Hey guys, welcome back. It is serial scammer time. If there's ever a time that you need to share the video, especially with anyone that's in the Vancouver, British Columbia area, now is the time to do so. We have somebody who has been scamming like a madman. We have Vandad Habibzadeh, aka Portgas Danny. And my God, does he like to pretend to pay for things and take off with them. We're going to go through all of those details today. It's going to be a long one. There's a lot to look at, but this is extremely important. We want to make sure that there are little to no victims after this point. So please, share it if you can. Share it if you can't. Share it to your heart's content. Now, thank you very much to Jesse Pung, who sent me this message. He says, "Hey Rattle, I hope all is well. I want to help my friend who owns a trading card shop in Vancouver report a theft that happened at his shop yesterday. The name of the shop is Team Rocket Vancouver. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I'm helping him spread awareness because he's not very fluent in English." We got the scammer Instagram. We're going to take a look at that too, although it is very hidden at this point in time. Classic move. You got to private your Instagram if you're going to scam. He messaged Jason, the owner of Team Rocket, yesterday, worked out a deal to buy 3 one-piece cards for a total of 4,000 Canadian dollars. He went into the shop, showed an edited photo of an EMT transfer. Jason trusted him because they've transacted in the past and let him walk out with the cards before receiving the funds, believing it might take an hour or two before he receives it. They continued to message, and the scammer kept saying he'll come back and trade something else at the shop and bring cash for the $4,000 that was owed since the EMT did not go through. Then all of a sudden, blocked him on Instagram. Classic move. Let's take a look at all of the details. So here's what our boy Vandad looked like in 2018. Very trustworthy, 100%. You should definitely trust this guy. Don't let the nose ring fool you. That would be inappropriate to judge somebody by their nose ring and their little pokey dokey earring. Just like hand tattoos, even though hand tattoos seem to be a thing with people that want to wrong others. Not everyone. Some people out there with hand tattoos are just fine. But here we have it. Someone took without paying for these 3 slabs and BRB case. Please, if in the market, contact me. So here's the Instagram in question. Of course, you got to private it. If you're ripping people off, you got to private your Instagram. Vancouver, #Sparky, you king never dies. What the hell does that even mean? Someone please translate. And then, of course, if you're a G-baller of this sort and you're ripping people off for trading cards for thousands of dollars, you're going to go ahead and you're going to want to have something to do with pit bulls. My God, poor pit bulls. The people that they have, the G-ballers that have to own them, that have to breed them, that have to kennel them. You gotta have some sort of. This is what the page looked like before he went into hiding, I guess. Those poor little doggos. My God, they never stood a chance. G-ballers for life. Team Rocket Vancouver. Here's the shop, and they got ripped off in the footage that we just watched. Please give them a little bit of love. Show them a little bit of support if you're in the area. Go in there, buy some stuff, say hello, give them a little hey, how's it going? Now, let's take a look at the transactions. And yes, it doesn't matter if you trust somebody, if you don't trust somebody, if they're a customer, if they're a returning customer, be careful out there because they can fake an $80 transaction. And you might think, oh, they paid last time, but not always the case. See, it looks a whole lot, it looks pretty similar to this screenshot here, where the amount was changed, allegedly, to $4,000. So, fake receipt, fake transaction. Oopsie doopsie, what's going on there? Also, I don't understand how they get charged 90 cents for a service charge. Is that a thing? I thought it was always free for transfers within Canada, but to each their own. I don't know how that works. It looks like he just changed the amount there in order to fake the second transaction. Don't let anyone leave with stuff until they paid for stuff, until it's confirmed on your end that they paid for stuff. We've seen this before. It's the old switcheroo, the old oopsie doopsie. Here, oh, look at my phone. It transferred on mine. It surely transferred on yours. Now, before we continue, thank you guys very much for using the link tree. It is the best way to support the channel. Do not send me money. I would rather you go in and use codes like Rattle5 on trollandtoad.com to get 5% off for yourself. Also supports the channel at the same time. Makes those big openings possible. Card Market, you just shop there if you're from Europe, or get a friend to shop there from Europe. If you're not able to do so, it's great for those regional variants. And then we got all the other stuff here. We got lots of discount codes, stuff that I love, stuff that I use, stuff that I recommend. Save yourself some money, support the channel at the same time. And then down below here, if you want some super rattle bonus points, you go in there. If you're going to shop on any of these places anyway, all these very, very frequently shopped places, then click on there before you shop, and it supports. It gives me a kickback-areno, an affiliate link-arini. And that's the best way. I would rather you guys buy something for yourself, buy something for a loved one, buy something for whoever you want to buy something for, and support me indirectly. Now, let's get into the juicy DMs. You know they're always juicy when they're scammer DMs. And yes, we're not going to read through all of them, but he is going to get the French cowboy at some point in time. My apologies to everyone in the comments that doesn't understand that the French cowboy is not a it's not a racism thing. It's French cowboy is not a race. We're not doing the voice in any way. All right, so here we got it. We got the old transaction, the old fake receipt. Oopsie doopsie. We're going to send that along. No worries, bro. I'm waiting. No rish. Can't tell you how much I'm in love with these cards. Thank you again, brother. Thanks to you, my brother. My bank will take a bit of money. Oh, my God. Will take a bit longer for big money, but I'll be on it. Come faster, brother. Saluti, 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 saluti. And then some sort of a video. Again, it's a whole fake. I feel like the more people, man, people love to say brother. Don't get stuck in a loop. Don't say the same thing over and over again. It makes you look stupid. Now, let's get into more DMs. Sounds good, bro. I'll get the video. Fought you. This gets real juicy, by the way, because oh my God, just wait till you hear what he's doing when he's meeting up with people. My God, stay tuned for that. Sounds good, bro. I'll get you a video. Fought you now, brother. The money hasn't deposited yet. I guess my bank is tripping, thinking someone's trying to take the money. Crying, laughing emoji. I'll call the bank and tell them to release the e-transfer. Saluty face. Okay, I've noticed a trend here too. Sorry for everyone that likes to use emojis, but I feel like the more emojis you use, the more likely you are to scam people. It's there. It's a trend. We're gonna point it out. Sorry, brother, I'll get it going ASAP for you. Of course, bro, max 10 to 15 minutes. Just got to call them. I was scammed before, so bank put a protection plan on it. Just got to call them. I'm bringing the manga for you today. You're at the shop, bro. I'll be around 3 p.m. So I don't understand, like, you already ripped the person off at this point in time. I don't know why you're stalling. Like, when they always do this, too. It's just like, if you're gonna ghost the person eventually anyway, like what are you doing here? Why are you wasting their time as well? Done. Just finished with them, bro. Maybe there's like a deadline or like a certain period of time where it's easier to get that money pulled back. If you contact the bank and say, hey, this guy finessed me. This guy scammed my buns. So maybe he's trying to kill time for that. They said max by 30 minutes is deposited. Like trying to buy 30 minutes is a little bit weird, bro. If didn't come in 10 minutes, I'll bring cash. Okay, bro. Did you all me? Question mark. Sorry, bro. In doctor right now with my wife. This is a weird thing too. I've noticed a trend here where there's always like a doctor's appointment. There's always like a, oh yeah, family emergency kind of thing. Whenever a scammer is scamming, it's a diversion tactic, I guess. It's just like a, but again, at this point in time, you already stole the $4,000 worth of stuff. So, like, what are you doing? Yeah, have your number saved, brother. Yes, sir. Be there around 4 p.m. on my way to the shop. I'm coming with the cash and manga. Just pick the card up. And then, as you can see here, we got the old Ghost Reno treatment. And this is his play. This is what he does every time, according to all of the stuff here, including this warning post that we're going to read through real quick because it has some important details. Warning post by Sean Chin, who says, just had my Pokemon 151 bundle case stolen by Vandad Habibzadeh, also known as Portgas Danny on Facebook Marketplace in the Richmond, BC area. He is still active within the area and may possess a criminal record. Please exercise caution for local details. You don't say. I can't imagine someone that's just serial scamming having a criminal record. That blows my mind. Posting to see if anyone has any information on Vandad or Portgas Danny. Is he in any groups? So we have a police file number, RI24-30252, which is good. So if you do have information, please reach out to myself and please reach out to the police. and reference that number there. TLDR, we met for a local deal in Richmond, BC for the 151 bundle case outside his home, and due to his supposed injury, he couldn't come outside his home, and he wanted his brother to meet me outside at approximately 9 p.m. PST. I met his brother and let him take a look at the case to confirm it was legitimate. Ooh, wait for the twist, wait for the twist. He took pictures, called Vandad, and spoke in another language about something. Maybe giving instructions. They confirmed legit and sent the e-transfer. Vandad sent me a screenshot of the transfer, and I asked the brother to wait 10 to 15 minutes to confirm the e-transfer went through. I asked for the brother's phone number in the meantime, just to make sure I had their information to contact in case the transfer doesn't go through. The brother provided me his number. I don't know if this is a real number. Again, it's very easy to make a fake phone number, especially if you're just texting. If you call the number, it'll be like, oh, this is a fake number. Typically, they're going to use fake numbers, but regardless, here it is. I gave the phone number a test call, and his phone rang in his hands, confirming it was legitimate. After I take a look at the e-transfer screenshot sent to me and banking details to confirm the transfer actually went through, and the guy ran off and stole my case. He ran in the direction of his supposed home. I was dumb for not being more on guard, as Vandad Habibzadeh had previously done a transaction with Vincent Sang that had no issues as per screenshot below on September 20th. It all happened so fast. I had asked about the guy, and he was described as a sketchy dude. I'm going to say, probably, I mean, even just looking at his photo from earlier, that's a little sketchy in my books, but had a successful transaction with Vincent. Again, do not bank on the fact that someone didn't get ripped off. We have the biggest scammers that I've covered on this channel have all had good transactions. They're not going to scam everyone every single time. They're not going to do the worst thing possible every single time. So speaking to one person that did a transaction with them, especially when they weren't given the opportunity to do something bad, that's be careful. Be careful with that. Again, 100% feedback doesn't mean that they're an honest seller either. We've had the worst of the worst with 100% feedback on eBay or anywhere else with good references, but behind the scenes, when they can sneak and when they can deke, they're going to do some bad things. It seems like this guy does a lot of bad things, though, because we've already got 3 examples here popping up. The brother of Vandad Habibzadeh, I feel like I get worse at pronouncing the name every time, that I met may have just been Vandad Habibzadeh himself, as Vincent provided a physical description of Vandad entirely similar to the person I met. Yeah, he's pretending to be his own brother. Whoa. It seems that he's allegedly pretending to be his own brother, which is weird. I guess it's another excuse to be like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm taking care of it, but my brother's just gonna, take the stuff from you at the moment. After the incident, I immediately called the police and have a file number. As per the officer on scene who did some searches on this guy, he may have a criminal history. Just a warning not to confront this man in person, as he can potentially have a weapon. So that being said, do not harass anyone that is featured in the videos here. If you have additional information, if you can make this information as public as possible, let the authorities deal with him. Hopefully he has done enough at this point in time that he gets some serious repercussions for his action, especially if he's already in trouble with the law, especially if he already has a record. We can only hope that all adds up. Suspect, Vandad Habibzadeh, Middle Eastern / Iranian ethnicity, age 31, spoken English, has no accent, speaks in a second language, approximately 5'10", slim build, wore black zip-up hoodie and a white shirt, provided phone number, confirmed to be real, went test ringing before he took off. Again, it could be a burner number. You don't know if it's a real number or not. Supposed address, again, chances are he's not going to give you his actual address unless he had something shipped there. Otherwise, I know scammers are pretty dumb. I mean, the guy was in a shop that had cameras and everything else. Scammers are usually pretty dumb, but usually they're not going to hand out information that they don't have to. Came from that building, but did not see him come from that unit. Possibly a dummy address suspected by the officer attending, but unsure. So I would say it's probably a dummy address. Maybe he lives nearby, maybe he doesn't. But if he's meeting people, that's the thing too. If somebody doesn't want to meet you, Like, there's probably certain people that don't want you to come to their actual house to pick up stuff that's on Marketplace or whatever else. But it's a red flag when they absolutely do not want you to show up and meet them and bring them the money and buy whatever you're buying, or vice versa. They probably don't want you to see where they live for a reason. So it's a red flag. It's not the end all be all. It doesn't mean it's necessarily a scam, but there's a good chance that it is. So here we have another final example here, a third example, and I'm sure there are many more if we've come across this many already, and hopefully there are no longer any of these transactions, any of these incidents going forward. But here we have it. Again, he might be under a different name too. There's a good chance that he switches his name or goes by a different name. He's going to hide his Instagram accounts. Maybe he makes a new one. Maybe he... who knows? They get creative. They're dumb. They're scammers. And when you have to rip people off for trading cards, you're probably a pretty dumb person. You're probably hurting in the old intelligence department. So you are gonna slip up. You are gonna get caught on this stuff, and hopefully the law takes care of you. Scammed person number 3 here. We have Brent Liu, and again, it's the same song and dance where it's like, hey, send me the stuff. Send me that stuff. So they're going back and forth doing the old bro, how you go, what you going on, little bit of a deal. He's wondering, Gore, when you got there so he can identify you. Okay, bro, perfect. When you got there, let me know. I'll let him know to come down. And again, this is probably like, it's always his brother or it's always somebody else that he's meeting. Again, it's probably him. It's probably just him himself. Okay, he's coming out. Hit at the door. Tank top. Never trust a man in a tank top, especially when he is his own brother. You hooked me up, TN, for sure. I wasn't home. Super sorry. For the rest, I'll make sure you meet myself. Sounds good, bro. I get the text too. I'ma let you know. I guess this is like just a... couldn't send here because, again, it's the old ghost technique. The old, here's the transaction. Here's the... here it is. Look, here's proof of it. Maybe it just didn't go through yet, kind of thing. Be careful with that. Make sure you have the payment on your end of things before you hand over the goods, whether it's him, whether it's his brother, whether he's his own brother, any of that stuff. Oh my goodness. Smoothest transaction on earth, bro. Triple lying, crafting. The lying... the crying, yeah, lying too. But the crying, laughing emoji is like the G-baller salute. I mean, the salute too, I guess, and the prayer hands. Stay away from those. Let's vent together if you down. I'm super down. I just got home. All these cards come back BGS 10s, and if your buddy decides to sell that one, come back a black label. I'ma gov you black label Luffy for free. Only 11. I'm the world, and I got 2. Opio 5 set. So again, it's like, it's $150 card, but last sell on Black Label was $1,900 USD. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna give you some stuff. So another red flag. People that like to go on about giving stuff, promises and everything else. Tank top, but bro, I might take 20 because it's over 1,000. So again, we got the old fake transactorini. Looks like it's in the exact same location, and whether or not he might have sent this person money, a smaller denomination earlier on. So then he has the screenshot and he can easily edit the quantity or edit the dollar value that's being sent. So pretty gross stuff. And it says when now. It doesn't say when the date, what the date was or anything like that. Pretty gross stuff. Not cool. And hopefully he gets reprimanded for this in a very serious way. Hopefully everyone gets their money back. But it wouldn't surprise me if our boy, what was his name? Butthole Danny was like stealing the money and spending it on G-baller items. Maybe he's buying dog food for the pit bulls. Who knows? But what I do know is thank you for tuning in. Happy Thursday. Enjoy yourselves. Look out for each other out there. There are a lot of bad people. There are a lot of bad actors. When there's money involved, people are going to be shitty. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And thank you to everyone, these guys, everyone else who has been sharing their stories. It sucks when you get scammed. You probably don't want to admit you got scammed. You don't want to be the, oh, I got ripped off. And people are going to be like, oh, idiot. I would never get scammed myself. But it's important that these people are sharing. I want to normalize sharing information about scammers that are out there because it's going to prevent it from happening. We can't stop all the scammers. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of shitty people in the world, but we can crack down and prevent a lot of it from going on. Hopefully, law enforcement fucks this guy in the absolute butthole. But until then, keep warning. Keep the warnings going. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time. Join the Discord. Bye.